Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video today. Obviously a special one. You guys saw it in the thumbnail, in the title. This S7, this man right here, Mitch. This is a video I've never really done before where we actually review somebody's car on the channel. So obviously you guys have seen my car and like living with it, how I daily drive it. But this S7 with the RS7 Turbos, I don't even know how much power this makes. So we're gonna ask Mitch all about it. He's going to explain the mods, some of the performance things he's done to it, the tune, everything. We're gonna get some shots under the hood. We're gonna get some sick drone videos. Let's hand it over to Mitch.
We did the intro outside because the fan was making some noise, but now that we're inside and it's nice and quiet and warm, Mitch, tell us about this crazy S7, bro.
All right, so my car's been out of commission for like a month and a half, almost 2 months, because I blew the stock S7 turbos on it. So we ended up swapping them with brand new RS7 turbos. It's a 2013 S7. I picked it up a year and a half ago from a Porsche dealership in Chicago. I flew down there with my family and we drove it back up, and that was a blast. But that was all stock for about a year until this past summer. I put Redstar Downpipes on it. We got a Dyno Spectrum tune, so it allows more custom tuning. It allows you to go from different stages, different types of levels of stages. We have the Dyno Spectrum software for the tunes, which is currently stage 3. We have the Redstar Downpipes, we have the APR Cat-Back, Starlight headliner. I did do a custom X-pipe in the exhaust, roughly where the muffler would go. We have the new CTS Intakes and RS7 Inlets, RS7 Turbos, and that's pretty much it right now. I wanted to offer a lot more, so I'm sure he'll get you guys in the video in the future, but that's pretty much where it's at right now.
Absolutely right. He's got a lot of plans for this S7. I'm super excited. Hopefully going to be happening around springtime, so look out for another video come maybe March or April when we get this thing full bolt on, plus the tune, plus the turbos, everything, and just ready to rip, guys. I'm super excited, but that's enough talking. I think we should actually get outside and film some of this car in action because we've got some dry roads. We've got no snow anywhere. Let's get ripping. One thing about this car, all S6s and S7s come with this like slam your car air out. I don't even know what it's called. What is it, like active suspension?
Yeah, it's active air suspension.
Okay, so it's active air. Basically when you park it, you can just air it out. My car, if you see, does not have that, and it looks like it's on freaking rally springs. So this car looks super cool. I'm telling you, if I owned this car, I would park it and I would do this every single time because it is like 3 inches off the ground. Jeez Louise. All right, I'm gonna grab shotgun in this car. We're actually gonna give it a little rip and see some of the performance. But first off, this interior, look at all these carbon bits
Packaged with the carbon fiber.
Well, it looks beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, guys, we've got the Starlight. It looks so good. I thought it wasn't gonna show up very much because it's light out, but that's cool. The 1000-piece set. It's also RGB, right? So you can like edit the colors. Oh yeah, Carson's all the way in the back seat. We've got 3 passengers in the car, and the back seat has climate control and heated seats, which is nuts because I'm just used to my car, and yeah, it doesn't have any of that. Back seat's pretty much useless. It is the coupe. I have 2 less doors, so it's kind of cool, but that's about it. I don't know what any of that means. I don't speak Spanish.
See, I'm still learning this stuff, but this is your low pressure fuel, your high pressure fuel, your wastegate and turbos. Knock, usually that should be 0, but that's I'm still learning that stuff. This has to do with the turbo pressure, I believe. I'm honestly not 100% sure. It looks cool.
It does look cool. So I have been in this car before when we raced the RS3 with the hybrid turbo. That thing was fun, but it did smack you. That was before it had the RS7 turbos, though. What do you think? What do you think happens in a rematch?
If I rematched him in his same setup, I think I would stay a lot closer to him.
But would you win?
I don't know if I'd win. I don't know. But my turbos were not getting enough oil. They were before. That was a low one. Woo! Technically, this is on my summer setup because right now the only difference I run for winter time is just different tires. This thing in the snow is incredible. Every Audi that I've driven in the snow is a monster, so I'm not ever worried about it in the snow. It operates amazing. I love everything about this car. I think the only con is that if you want a heated steering wheel, you can't get a flat bottom steering wheel.
And this one has the heated steering wheel option?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about the interior of my car, is that it has a flat bottom, but I'm like, man, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think I could ever go back, I've said this before, to a full circle steering wheel. Does that make sense? Full circle steering wheel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Springtime, I'm gonna get a carbon fiber one, but I'm waiting till the end of winter. So when it's wintertime, I'm just gonna swap this one back on so I get the heat back.
Right, okay. That's funny. Most people swap out their wheels for their winter wheels, and this guy swaps out a steering wheel. Have you noticed any fuel efficiency differences, like before the tune, after the turbos, after the tune? Tell me about how much you spent on gas in this car, because it's a 4-liter twin turbo V8.
Yes, so that's actually interesting that you mentioned that, because in my tune software, I can operate on an efficiency mode, which puts it into 4-cylinder mode. If I'm going on long drives, then I will save some gas. But with the tune, with everything going on, it really provokes more fun driving.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It definitely still does use more gas, even if you're cruising in general. Fuel efficiency, I mean, I can check. I don't know what it is. It's usually low. It's 14.6, and I've seen a whole lot higher unless we go on long drives. Then I can get some really good fuel mileage. But other than that, I don't get better than 15 on average. So when this thing goes green, it doesn't usually do it when you go uphill, because it's going to require more power to go up a hill. But like if you're straight or if you're going down, this bar will go green, and you can actually hear the difference sometimes. Let's get up this hill and I'll show you.
Do you have a radar detector in here?
I have a radar detector, but it's not plugged
Oh
in.
gosh. That's not doing as much good back there.
So it's in efficiency mode right now. It'll go up to like a maximum of 7 minutes, and then we'll stop for a little while, and then we'll go back to 7 minutes, I think. It uses the battery, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah, it feels like this isn't a supercar anymore. It feels like it's literally a limousine, which is nice, because even in my car, like the custom exhaust, as soon as I throw it into comfort mode, it sounds like there's nothing. Like it's a total stock exhaust. But when I open mine up, my exhaust kind of just gets raspy and crazy, like 3,000, 4,000 RPMs. Your exhaust is nuts too. What exhaust do you say was on this?
This is an APR. So it does have stock resonators before the APR exhaust. So like after downpipes, you have the catted downpipes on every stock car, and then there's resonators usually, at least on this car, there's resonators after that. And some downpipes that you get will straight pipe those resonators, but mine, I just got the downpipes alone. It's really hard to explain unless you know what it looks like, but it's an APR Cat-Back and downpipes. Nuts.
It's fun. That's addicting.
That was frightening, I'm not gonna lie.
We did do 13 miles there.
13 miles per hour. 13.0.
$1.30.
$1.30. You guys remember last video I did on this car, little rock chip unfortunate incident when we were racing the RS3 scared me. I'll throw that in the video right now because that was just funny, but man, I felt bad after that one. Big thank you to Mitch today. This thing was an absolute monster. So fun to be a passenger in, but man, that twin turbo V8 4 liter, absolutely addicting. Hearing those RS7 turbos spool up, holy cow, that sounds good. Thank you so much, sir.
It's a blast.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
Thanks for having me, good man.
Of course. Thank you. If you're new, hit like, subscribe. This thing is insane. If you want to go see more of this S7 Mitch on Instagram. Guys, until next time, adios.